Hi, I'm Sean Reynolds, the owner and designated managing broker of Summit Properties Northwest. And this is a quick overview video on Northwest Multiple Listing Service Form 1A. And that's the exclusive sale and listing agreement. Now, if you're wondering what the difference is between Form 1A and 1B, we've also got a video just for that subject exclusively, so you can search Summit Properties Northwest, our YouTube channel, and that video will be there. We'll also try and link it to the end of this video in our outro, have that link there to that video. But here's another quick way to see what that looks like, whether you use Form 1A or 1B, is you go to the Forms manual, pop up Form 1A, and I've already got that here. And then Form 1A versus Form 1B is outlined right here. And it's basically, you use Form 1A unless your seller really wants to try and sell it themselves while you've got it listed. And in that case, if they did, you wouldn't owe them, or they wouldn't owe you a commission. Otherwise, just go with Form 1A, and that's the form that we typically always use. Okay, so that's it. Let's go back to Form 1A and take a look at how we fill this out. It's not a very long form. This will go pretty quick. All right, so at the beginning, you put the seller's name. You've got the name of the brokerage. So in our case, this would be Summit Properties Northwest, LLC. And it says from date hereof until midnight of whichever. This is the end of the listing period, whenever that date is. That's the listing term. The exclusive right to sell the property, commonly known as, here you put the address, house number, and street. And then the city, county, and the zip code. All right, and then this is seller authorizes firm to appoint. This is the name of the broker. So in my case, it would be Sean Reynolds that goes here. Summit Properties Northwest would authorize me as its agent to be the seller's listing broker. Okay, and then we skip down to the next one. That's the list date. This is when it goes live. That's the list date. And although you could have a list date and not send it into the MLS until a little bit later, or input it a little bit later and would go live later, but this is when the listing technically starts, is right here. Commission. Okay, so the first blank is a percentage of the sales price or an actual amount, total commission. That is for both the selling office and the listing office. That's the total commission. So if it's 6%, 3% for each side, you put in 6% right here. Or the total amount being owed both offices. The other is firm will offer a cooperating member of the MLS representing a buyer. So this is the buyer's side office commission. And that would typically be half of the commission, so like 3%, or whatever your seller is offering to pay the selling office, the office representing the buyer. So that's what goes in that blank, or a lump sum total in right there. All right. And the rest of this is basically just standard form. And so what you do is at the bottom you go, the undersigned, the sole, are the undersigned the sole owners? Yes or no? Check those boxes, one or yes or no. And you get the sellers to sign here, and the real estate firm's name, and then also the broker's signature goes here with the date. And you're going to have the seller initial the initial page as well. So that is about it. It's actually a pretty simple form. It just basically highlights who the seller is, what the property is, what the listing term is, what the commissions are. That's it. All right, so thanks very much for watching this video. Love to have you take a look at the rest of our content on Summit Properties Northwest and YouTube. We've got a ton of other videos. Check them out. All right, thanks again for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Here's the Summit difference. We offer an industry-high 80-20 split with absolutely zero fees, a low $10,000 cap, and a free listing video including drone for every single home that Summit Properties Northwest lists. For more information, click on the first link in the description of this video.